Aries, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for early March 2022. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business. As always, I'll start you off with an oracle card here, just so we can take a little temperature of what the possible energies are. So let's see what's up, my guides. Talk to me. What we got for the beautiful Aries collective here in early March, and we're getting very close to Aries season, my friends. But yeah, we're just going to look at this first card super quick, then we'll get into the full tarot reading itself, and at the very end I'll pull you a bonus spread or a bonus card with the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what type of shadows might be around you, what shadow work you might want to lean into. So let's just get into it here. What do we have for the beautiful Aries collective as we move towards spring in the northern hemisphere? What do we got, my guys? Talk to me. All right, yeah, there we go. So there's a lot of complexity in the air, and that makes complete and total sense to me, like as I've been looking at the energies around other signs and what's going on in the world today. But before we fully dive into this, if you're new here, Aries, I'll be speaking about the March subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you're active on Twitter, my handle's at kyleofcups. Please feel free to tweet me things. But into this reading we go. This card represents various different things to me. And of course, this is an oracle deck, so a lot of things are open to interpretation. But you see the man, the woman, there's a lot of pictures. So to me, this is about layered energy, complexity. You might have a lot of things coming at you. You might be a very busy bee. I've heard people describe this card as something that might represent social media. So maybe you're spending a lot of time on things like that. But the main thing I think of is either a lot of people, group situations, diving into the community at large, or this could just be complex or various different energies affecting the Aries collective. So hopefully things aren't too hectic or crazy. Let's dive into tarot and see what's up, because like I said, that's a very temperature-based type of card. It doesn't make or break the reading, but let's get into it here. I'll get you 3 in the upright, then we'll intuitively clarify. So let's get a good shuffle here. My guides and spirit team, talk to me about Aries here. Early March. Now, the last couple of weeks, been pretty decent, I'd say. Last week's reading was titled Exciting News Incoming. So hopefully the energy has been more positive as opposed to negative. The week before that was Here They Come. And the thing I want to say is that there's been a lot of get up and go, a lot of action, a lot of movement around the Aries readings for almost a month now. So let's see what we have this week. Really don't want to talk too much about the past because energies are always moving, they're always shaking. All right, we have the Ace of Wands here. This is a very Aries type of energy if I'd ever see one. I like to start off a reading with an ace. So let's get 2 more here. Your energy, your motivation, what you focus on. We have the Queen of Cups taking up the center. Your emotions could be at play here. Interesting mix of fire and water. Let's get 1 more though, and we'll really start to break this down. Okay, we got Justice here on the very back end. So this is going to be a layered reading, could be dynamic in a sense, and it could be touching on various different things. So let's just go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get the juicier intuitive stuff. So like I said, leading off the reading with an ace, especially the Ace of Wands, is like starting off with a bang. This could be some sort of good opportunity coming towards you. This is generally a fired up type of energy, just like I've been explaining for the Aries collective. There's been a lot of get up and go, a lot of motivation, a lot of action, which can be represented by this. What are you focusing your energy on? Make sure you're not burning yourself out. Warnings like that can apply with this Ace of Wands, but this is like an energetic direction that you might be focused on, or a really good opportunity that can be coming in. When we clarify, that'll really tell the tale. But moving to the center, we have the Queen of Cups herself, and this could be a prominent water sign in your life playing a prominent part in this time. It could be a mother figure, older feminine figure, very loving, very caring. But it is all about that inner emotion, how you might be feeling on the inside, or how someone you're connected to could be holding something in deep down. Like I said, it could just speak about your emotional state, so it's very important that we see what's up here, but there might be something you're feeling very intensely that you're not sharing with those around you. So we'll see what's up with that. Moving to the very back end though, we have a card that is extremely dense in its meaning. We have Justice. Now this could represent a Libra in your life. So, I mean, if there is one playing an important role in this time, they could be represented here. But we think of the karmic scales of justice when we see this card. This is one of the biggest cards of karma in the tarot deck. And generally when we get karmic energies, they linger for a while. It could speak about decisions. You might be doing a lot of paperwork or legal situations in this time with justice. If this doesn't represent a person, though, there could be a karmic situation at play. So we're absolutely going to want to dive deeper in all this. Let's do that right now. We're going to jump in and clarify. So let's shuffle it up one time here for the beautiful Aries collective. And we're going to get in here, see what's going on. Let's see if we could get a little more detail for you. My God, Spirit Team, talk to me. And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot. Because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine here. Okay? And if you read tarot yourself, that's why the box is here, so you can play along. If there's any messages you want to share with the Aries collective, you just drop it down in the comments below. Okay? It might resonate for somebody. But let's go in on this Ace of Wands. Why is the Ace of Wands here for Aries? Please and thank you. And this deck is absolutely gorgeous. What we got going on? Okay. We have the Three of Swords in the upright. So initially it's giving me two different things. If you've been feeling rough in any kind of way, if you've been hurting, pain, heartbreak, or anything like that, that could be pushing on its way out. Now, for a portion of you, this could be a little warning as well that something could spin a little out of control. And this has been a theme that I've been seeing in a lot of the collectives over the past couple of weeks, and with world events and things of that sort. Things spinning out of control. That has been a warning I've been seeing through a lot of different signs, and that's a possibility here. So you might want to keep your temper in check. However, if in recent times you've been feeling rough, sadness, anxiety, pain, whatever it might be, whatever scale it might be on as well, it could be pushing on its way out. Like, this doesn't feel quite negative to me. However, there is a possibility for that energy. Like I said, this is a very action-oriented, explosive type of energy. We got fire and air. So this can be a warning about certain situations that get a little explosive and spin out of hand, out of control. So this can be a warning as well. Let's see how the rest of this plays out. Okay, I'm not going to pound that message home too much. It is what it is. Let's see what's going on with this Queen of Cups. Interesting that we've been picking up all these different themes through all the different signs. It concerns me about the state of the world today. But let's go in on this Queen of Cups. Let's see why she's here. Pardon me. Okay, we have the Ten of Swords in reverse. Interesting that we have double swords, double cards of pain down here. But once again, with this Ten of Swords in reverse, that's the best way we want to receive this card, okay? If you're tied to a water sign, they might be feeling some type of way. This could be little issues back and forth with a water sign as well. But this could just be someone who's hurting, who's in a little bit of pain. And we have that double message of possible pain here. So it's something to keep an eye on. Those who are in your circle, those who are around you, especially with the explosive energy we have here in the front. Okay, hopefully someone doesn't step on your toes, but once again, like I said, this Ten of Swords being in reverse can speak about a link to the past, but when I see it in reverse, I think of something improving and getting better. So just like I saw here with the Ace of Wands, Three of Swords, moving into a better cycle, moving into a better energy and time could be here. And for some reason, I'm getting the vibe of somebody possibly suffering in silence, or somebody like trying to keep something under wraps, not letting anybody else know about it, like how much something's affecting them. So once again, another little bit of a warning here, but we'll see what's going on with justice. Once again, you know me, I'm not a fear monger. I don't like to focus too much on the negative, but if it shows up in the reading, I'm going to state it. But let's see what's up with justice. Then we'll do a quick little recap before we get into the shadow card. So why is Lady Justice here for the Aries collective? Please and thank you. And since justice represents Libra, could be things balancing out, getting better. Okay, we have the Page of Pentacles here in the upright. Could be a younger individual, could be an earth sign showing up here. And all pages are messengers. And for some reason, I do feel like, aside from possible karmic situations and warnings about karma itself, the cycle of life, this could be little omens that you're getting from spirit, or spirit trying to speak to you in some type of way, because all pages are messengers, right? I say that every time they show up. They're students, they're messengers. So under a card like this of justice, very spiritual, very karmic, you could be receiving a lot of number signs, a lot of synchronicity. Spirit could be trying to speak to you and direct you in a very certain way or direction here. This might be, I don't want to say make or break time for something, but when I see this, I get the overall feeling that everything's going to be okay, and that's good. That's reassuring. So although we have warnings here in this spread, this Page of Pentacles with this Justice, everything should balance out and everything will be okay if that doesn't represent spirit trying to tug at you and say, hey, look over here, look at this. Okay, so let's go through and do a quick little recap. Okay, and like I said, it could be karmic in nature. Let's just see what's up. You apply it to your story as needed. Okay, but right here in the box, in position number 1, we have the Ace of Wands with the Three of Swords, that fire air combo. And the initial thing I was feeling with this is if you've been going through a rough time, if you've been hurting, things could start getting better and progressing in a more positive direction. However, there is also that possibility of tempers flaring up, something spinning out of control. So this could be a little warning about keeping yourself tempered or relaxed, calm, cool. And it's a big theme I've seen through a lot of signs. But moving to the center, we have the Queen of Cups with the Ten of Swords in reverse. Yeah, it was giving me little undertones of someone possibly suffering in silence. You might be having little beefs with water signs. If it's not that, once again, that emotional rebuilding, things getting better, things progressing. And that's a theme I've seen throughout this reading. Although there's warnings, although there's little pains, hurts, things from the past, on the back end, we have Justice with the Page of Pentacles in the upright, spirit trying to speak to you in various different ways, numbers, dreams, like, hey, look over here. But aside from that, it feels like everything's going to be okay. If we're not talking about karmic situations in general, I feel like everything will balance out with that Justice thing. So trust the process, especially if you're taking proper action to move in the direction you want. Everything will be fine. So please take a screenshot of that. And like I said, if you're getting anything from these, just drop it down there. Don't mind. And we're going to get into your shadow card real quick. So let's shuffle it up one time here for Aries, please. Oh my God. And that was a complete different gear shift from what we had for you last week, Aries. It's all good, though. Take the good with the bad, am I right? So when I pull this shadow card, it's important to remember that we're using the Shadowland Tarot, and this deck is a little bit dark, and we want to look at the rougher energies of each card. So that's what we're going to do. Whether it's a shadow that's going to pop up, maybe it's something you're dealing with. Let's see. Let's get one card out here. Let's tie this reading up nice for Aries. Okay, we have the Page of Swords. Yeah, you might be on alert for something. Hopefully this isn't issues with an air sign or something that may have happened in childhood that's lingering or reemerges. But the first thing I was thinking with this Page of Swords, aside from those other messages, like you might be on high alert about something. You might feel a little wound tight, a little bit on edge, and that's fine. But when we see the Page of Swords in a shadow spread, this could be spirit asking you to stop being so defensive. If somebody wants to have a conversation with you, know that they might not be trying to attack at you or come at you sideways or step on your toes. I feel like this in the shadows does speak about one's defensiveness, okay? So that might be something that pops up in this time. Yes, there might be somebody analyzing you as well, watching your moves, so beware of that, especially the darker side of the Page of Swords, Spy the Tarot deck. So hopefully you don't have eyes on you. But it is what it is, Aries. It doesn't feel bad or treacherous to me. So yeah, that's what I have for you this week. But Aries, don't click away just yet. I'm going to give you the details of the March subscriber surprise. If you got your name in for the February subscriber surprise, the winners will be posted in the community tab March 1st. But for the March subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of the beautiful Gilded Tarot Royale. It's one of my favorite decks. So if you'd like to get your name for this, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments what zodiac sign vibes best with you. It has to be a different one than your own, though. So drop that in the comments. You'll be entered to win. And that's it. At the end of March, going into April, I'll announce the winners. As always, my friends, much love to you, and I'll see you next time.